set up for tomorrow, but I do not know why, but I have had an enormous pushing from my intuition in order for me to do this today. So I'm unsure why, but as much as it has been pushing, I'm just going to go with it because oftentimes I look back and whenever I skip these intuition impulses, I really regret it. So we're going to do this one day early. So today is actually going to be the very last day of Kaka, although tomorrow we will be headed into 3 days of what is called MaITa. And what that is going to be is the crystal light of days. So let me first start off by saying welcome, welcome, welcome to everybody. I'm going to turn off my comment section right quick so that I can actually focus on what we're doing here. And to get everybody here and on the replay, energetically speaking, all together, what I'm going to do is called the login. And it's also called the Lemurian harmonization. This is multidimensionality. And so it's going to get everybody's energy works on a multi-dimensional level, and we're going to go ahead and do that right now. Tie ori ora mahaka watahi ite ingawa te tau iri te ootawana wa iwatapu kita ite ingawa tawhinui tarani te kitau wa iwatapu kita ite ingawa te whaiatan putatam wa iwatapu kita tie ori ora. Okay, wonderful. As I was saying, this was actually set up to work for tomorrow, and so we'll just go ahead and pretend that this is tomorrow. And to start off with, I'm going to try to not lens flare everybody, but we've got the unicorns this week. We have the Oracle of the Unicorns deck, and we're going to be using this one from Cordelia Francesca Braves. I also have one that is from the bottom of the deck, so if for any reason at all that yours doesn't resonate with you, feel free to use that one instead, or you can use that as an amplifier to what cards you're going to get this week. And so we're going to start off with our MaITa babies. Again, if your birthday is on July 29th, actually it's not even just July 29th, but happy birthday to those that are going to have July 29th, 30th, and 31st as your birthdays. Happy birthday, MaITas. It is actually the 29th, 30th, or 31st days of any of the months of the year. You make up what's called the 13th sign. This is MaITa. And the essence of this is the undistorted light that comes from the central sun. Your symbol is going to be the crystal. Okay? So let's start with the MaITa babies. Happy birthday, if it's your birthday. You have hope. She's so beautiful, especially if it's your birthday. This is for MaITas this week. We have hope. Oh, we're going to hold this. Hope this holds. Actually, I wonder if my microphone is even working. Set it down here. Okay. Terribly sorry if nobody was able to hear me. I'm completely new to having to use a headset. We've been having some struggles with our internet lately, so terribly sorry if that has been, well, I don't know if it's engaged or not. I think it is now, but this is for MaITas then. It says, hope, stay positive, the worst is behind you, and look up to the light. This is so sweet. So that was for our MaITas. And next we have those that are born in the month of Fatura. This is the one that is for August 1st through the 28th. This is the sign that we're headed into, also called Fatura. One of these days I'll be able to pronounce it right, but my mentor, Huna Flash, he used to actually play around a lot with the words, and that's just it. The different sounds that the words make, they actually do unlock a little bit of different energies. So happy birthday to all of those that we're coming up to with the month of Fatura. Your birth sign is going to be the Falcon. So that's the symbol. It's the falcon. It is kind of falcon / condor because they have mighty wings. And the essence of this month is going to be purification. And you, my dears, have the intuition card this week. And again, apologies if you could not hear me earlier. I didn't realize that the headset had the microphone up in the air. So Hopefully the CC will have picked it up, or it was still trying not to lens flare. So we have intuition. This is for Faturas. And happy birthday. It says, listen to the whispers of your heart. Use divination tools to help you decide and trust your intuition no matter what. And speaking of intuition, no matter what, that's actually why I'm on here a day earlier. I was supposed to do this tomorrow morning, but I kept getting the impulse to come in today for some reason to do it. I don't know why, but here we are. So moving on, if you were born September 1st through the 28th, yours is a sign of Namu. Namu is the sign of the dove, and the essence of this month is peace. Oh, and you have the sanctuary card, dear Namus. It says, take time from the world and spend more time alone, meditate, or go on a retreat. Next, we have those that were born October 1st through the 28th. Yours is a sign of Kirihi. Kirihi is a sign of the lamb. The essence of this month is truth. Ooh, interesting. Kirihi, you have patience this week. These are such gorgeous cards. I just love this deck. It says, pause before you take an action. Trust that divine timing is at work. Be patient and play while you wait. That's so sweet. Okay, next we have those that were born November 1st through the 28th. Yours is the sign of Kahuku. This is the sign of the butterfly. The essence of this month is transformation. Oh, and you have the beloved card. And look at all those Kahukus. How perfect. It says, prepare for your life partner. Romance is returning to your relationship, and believe you are lovable. And to that, I always say, remember, your relationship with yourself needs to come first. You're the most important person in your relationships. Okay, if you were born December 1st through the 28th, yours is a sign of Okapi. This is the sign of the forest giraffe. The essence of this month is the light of Father. Oh, you got the compassion card. Let's see if we can get the lights to play around here a little bit better. There's so much light in this card. I think it's making it a little lighter, brighter than it needs to be, but it's the compassion card this week. Remember to have compassion for yourself. Hang in there, internet. Okay, it says be gentle with yourself. Forgiveness will set you free, and see the light in yourself and in others, which is sweet. Okay, if you were born January 1st through the 28th, yours is a sign of Hea. I also pronounce it Hea. This is a sign of the hare. The essence of this month is endurance. I always say endearing and enduring. Ooh, ooh. Heas, you got the prosperity card this week. Rock on. So if you were born January 1st through the 28th, you're the prosperity card this week. Sign of Hea, the hare. It says a gift of money is on its way and your income is increasing. Manage your finances with love. Beautiful. If you were born February 1st through the 28th, yours is a sign of Tirani. Tirani is the sign of the hummingbird. And the essence of this month is the tiny voice from heaven. Wow, look at those wings. You have intention this week, Tirani's. It says, be clear and decisive and focus on what you really want. Be bold with your requests to the universe. Wonderful. Okay, if you were born, let me see, Tierney. If you were born March 1st through the 28th, yours is a sign of Honu. Honu is the sign of the sea turtle, and the essence of this month is navigation. Oh, try not to lens flare this one. Gorgeous. Imagination. Honeys, you have the imagination card this week. So pretty. says, envision a new reality and give yourself permission to dream. Believe in unlimited possibilities. Wow, that is a really, really powerful card for Honus this week. Okay. Now we're up to Tuataras. So if you were born April 1st through the 28th, yours is a sign of Tuatara. This is a sign of the smiling gecko, and the essence of this month is the smile. Interesting. You have discernment this week, Tuataras. All is not going to be what it seems. Very powerful. Okay, so yeah, exactly. All is not what it seems. So stay true to your knowing and keep your dreams a secret. Doesn't have to be forever, but apparently this week that's a bit of a heads up. So if you were born May 1st through the 28th, yours is the sign of Taurus. This is the sign of albatross, and the essence of this month is determination. I also say that it speaks to the observer mode because the albatross has those really mighty wingspans. Interesting. Okay, Totoroas, you have the leadership card this week. And leadership could even just be in your own little tribe, your own little family. Doesn't have to be like, Emperor of the Universe or whatever. I just love the auroras in these cards. They're so gorgeous. It says, step into your leadership, share your message, and inspire and empower others. That's for our Totoroa babies. Okay. If you were born June 1st through the 28th, yours is a sign of the wombat. This is Kopanui. And the essence of this month is the womb, the child, and creativity. Interesting. Another alert card this week. We have awareness this week because I am a wombat. So, fellow wombats, we have the awareness this week. Kind of like what happened with Tuataras. It says, live in the moment, be conscious of your thoughts, and look for signs and guidance. Oh, so slightly different. We shall be on the lookout then. Okay, so if you were born July 1st through the 28th, and I might have missed you, and today is the last day of these with July 28th, obviously. So happy birthday to those. And those are going to be the Kaka babies. And so happy birthday. And your essence is going to be the voice because the symbol for this one is the sign of the talking parrot. And you, this week, you have past lives. In case you didn't realize it, we've been here many times. And sometimes our past lives will bleed over into what we're doing today. So it says, release your past life karmas because you actually are here right now in the here and the now. And that's far more important than whatever you were previously. I mean, it can flavor you, but yeah, focus on now. But it says to release your past life karma. You are an old soul with deep wisdom. Healing your past lives will raise your vibration. And you can bring in information and knowledge, wisdom from your former selves. And you'll know it. I mean, you'll pick up, let's say you pick up painting and you've never actually been taught painting, like a particular painting technique, and you take to it like a duck to water. Chances are that you used to do that technique in a past life. Okay, so if you've hung on, there is another one from the bottom of the deck. This is from Izzy Ivy's deck, another Lemurian Oracle card deck. So this is the card everybody from the bottom of the deck. And this is Starseer. So this is everybody's card for the week. Please hold. My internet has been just really special this week. I think we've had a lot of military, and that does unfortunately affect my Wi-Fi a bit. But I just love that card. That's so pretty. Wonderful. Okay, I'm going to turn on the comment section to see if I have any questions. And I do apologize because last week my own store got knocked off. Hi, Annie Bear. How are you doing? Well, Nui. Hello, Crystal Ascension. I am here for the cacao. It was your birthday. Well, happy birthday to you, Crystal Ascension, one of our cacao babies. I am terribly sorry. I usually do this on Tuesday mornings. I have no clue why, but I have this scheduled for tomorrow. But my intuition just kept screaming at me to do it. So better to actually do this today than to find out tomorrow that something goes awry. Well, I knew Dane Danielson. How are you, Huna Hamanisa? Beautiful, beautiful. And we have Kat here. Wawa, how are you? And by this, if you are new here, Wa is the Lemurian principle of first love. And so we say Wawa, which is much love, or Wawa Nui, which is much love to everybody, which is beautiful. You liked oh, great. Glad you liked the image. Nice card for the intuition. It was gorgeous. Aren't they wonderful? Yeah, let me show you the deck again. Try not to lens flare. If you get this one, it's a gorgeous deck, but it is very glossy. So unfortunately, it grabs my lights. It's so funny. But this is the Oracle of the Unicorns deck. And it's been a really great deck. It reads really true. I love it. Okay. And just to give a little bit more information, the Motu that we're headed into, the month that we're coming into, again, in case my headset was not in the appropriate place, and so it was a little difficult to hear something, we are headed into Fatura, and that is the sign of the Falcon / Condor, because they have mighty wings. And so the essence of this upcoming month is going to be purification. The Stargate that we have this month is called Wero, which is Mars in the morning. So that's what our Stargate is going to be moving into. Of course, we have 3 days of pure MaITa, which is going to be the undistorted light coming directly from the central sun, and it will be bathing us here, which is just wonderful. Wow, Rush, how are you? Beautiful, beautiful. Shalini, hello, welcome aboard. Is my ex coming back or not? You know, we are really in a retrograde period right now, and so this is kind of a common theme for things to come back through, and a lot of it's just going to depend. If you want back in your life, if you do have something further to do with your expressions, I will say sometimes we will have shared lessons or we will come together simply because we have shared woundings, and so it makes the other person seem really familiar. And it turns out that it may be that you're both working through shared woundings that you need to do. Always reach for your highest good. Wawanui, Paul. So we are having supper time out back at the steakhouse on our way to the Grand Canyon. Woo! Should do it tomorrow. Wawanui. Have much fun and you stay safe. So let's see. Oh, wonderful. You are so welcome. Hi, Gray. How are you doing? Absolutely, absolutely. And we will be hopping on in just a few minutes. I'm going to go ahead and go over and load up tomorrow's much longer live chat. So if you have questions, and if you have any questions or you would like to hear some more of the Lemurian light coding or potentially some of the energy healing that I'm going to be doing, then hop on to the next one. It's going to start just as soon as I do this. So just checking in. I don't know if I'll be popping on tomorrow for yet another one, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do my 2 shows that were scheduled tomorrow morning. My intuition just kept screaming that I need to do it today. I have no idea if I don't know, power outage or if it's going to be something that pops in. It's just a shuffle. But my intuition just kept saying, seriously, need to do it today. So he thought you'd missed me. So hurrah. Yeah, I'm actually early. So yep, I should be on tomorrow morning. So I've probably made everybody feel a little bit weird by doing that. Okay, wonderful. So I'm going to go ahead and close this one today. So this is the Oracle card read for this week. And I'm going to go ahead and hop into, thank you so much, Kat. That's wonderful. Thank you. I'm going to hop into my next live. And so I hope to see you over there. Well, Wanui, everybody, thank you so much for hopping in. And hopefully we'll see you on the next live chat, which is going to start up in just a few minutes. Yay. Wawanui.